Now I woke up after that and I don't remember much else that happened, but I knew that I was watching the journey of each of our lives, facing a series of one thing after another, and that the secret was to simply face it and move through it. Not try to avoid it, not try to deny it, not resisting it, simply facing each thing each day and moving through it from a state of peace without fear and anxiety. So would you repeat with me? Oh, this is just what I have to move through today. One more, I'm going to say it one more time. Oh, this is just what I have to move through today. Together? Oh, this is just what I have to move through today. No big deal. This is just what I'm to move through today. I know that sounds silly, but I've been practicing it and it works for me. Because I know that, okay, this is what is mine to walk through today. It's not a big deal, and I'll get through it just as easily as what I walked through yesterday. When I came in here in the morning, I never know what's going to happen. Who's going to call, who's going to show up, what's going to happen. But I know that each day I can get through it. Now, the Buddhists have a great saying about this. But before I tell you their great saying, I have to give you the definition of two different words that the Buddhists use. The two words are samsara and nirvana. Now, samsara is the endless cycle of birth, death, rebirth. And it's this realm of suffering and dissatisfaction and struggle. But nirvana is when we reach that transcendent state, and it's a state of mind, just like heaven is a state of mind, where there's neither suffering or attachment to desire, and you're released from the effects of karma and the cycle of death and rebirth. So the Buddhists try to get from samsara to nirvana, but their saying is, Adi Ashanti in the book we're studying on Tuesday, we don't come to nirvana by avoiding samsara. We can't avoid what's before us. We can't deny it, resist it, rage against it. We just simply have to move through it with grace and with ease. Piece of cake, right? I mean, if I'm trying to get from here to the back of church and I have to walk through all you, we're going to be bumping into people, we're going to be pushing each other's buttons, we're going to be facing challenges, but eventually we get there, right? We just take each step. Now there's good news about this all. There's some steps to help us that I became very clear of in this dream I had. And the first step is acceptance of what is. Simple as that. Doesn't mean you have to like it. Doesn't mean you have to agree with it. Doesn't mean you sit back and do nothing. But you simply have to accept this is what is before me today. Let's say it one more time. I'll say it first. Oh, this is just what I have to move through today. Together? Oh, this is just what I have to move through today. No drama, no fear, no resistance. You just start moving through it. Adi Ashanti always says, instead of viewing life as a ground for constant negotiation or arguing with what's happening, to tell life it shouldn't be the way it is a type of insanity. And it is. Don't we all go there some days? Anybody argue with life all the time? I don't like that. That shouldn't be there. That's what I said to Cheryl on top of those boulders. I don't want to climb that mountain. A good song you're singing today. Doesn't mean you sit back and do nothing. But letting go of resistance, letting go of fighting it, opens you to the grace that fills you, guides you, directs you, and allows you to walk through it step by step. So the second step, after acceptance of whatever is letting go of fear. Like me facing that big javelina that was about to eat me. Biggest lesson of my life since I was a little girl. Biggest lesson of my life. People actually believe fear protects them. If I don't worry, something bad will happen. If I'm not obsessing, something will go wrong. I knew a mother who said, if I didn't worry about my kids, it would mean I didn't love them. Anybody relate to that? Love is a creative energy. Fear blocks that energy. What's going to help our loved ones more? Fear or love? Ken Carey, who wrote The Return of the Bird Tribe, said, The fear vibration grows heavy and depressing, gloomy, discouragement, despair. But the love vibration brings enthusiasm, energy, wisdom, guidance, joy, and freedom to help you walk through it. I think my favorite, though, is Walt Whitman. He said, dismiss what insults your soul. And fear insults our souls. It tells us we're not enough. So, step 1 is acceptance. Step 2 is let go of what? Fear. Step 3 is letting go of many things. Everything, like me going across the cliff, holding on to that amethyst. We start collecting baggage in life. You know, we've moved a lot. And every time I move, I can't believe how much baggage we've accumulated since our last move. Everything we think is important. And then we hold on to our emotional stuff and we store it in our body and it becomes our pain body. And some people live from their pain body and start projecting it onto everybody around them. Anybody know anybody like that? We all do it at times. At some point, we are one honest person. At some point, we have to let go. We have to let go of other. When we heal what is in us, then there's nothing to be fearful about out there. And forgiveness is a big part of that. Forgiveness doesn't condone what happens. It frees us. One more thing to let go of. Would you repeat with me? I free myself to allow the good to happen. Together. I free myself to allow the good to happen. One more time. I free myself to allow the good to happen. I believe we have some old magnets back there, refrigerator magnets with that saying on. They're back on the shelf back there. So we let go of the stress, let go of the struggle. You know, Stuart Wilde, the comedian, teacher of the New Thought, he had this little booklet where he was sitting on a hammock or laying on a hammock with a drink, and he said, life is not meant to be a struggle, just a gentle progression from one point to the other, much like walking through a valley on a sunny day. How do we do that? How do we get there? Usually we're struggling. So step 4, acceptance comes from trusting our union with God. If you really know and trust your union with God, we can accept anything. We can be fearless about anything. We can know we can endure anything. If you are comfortable, please repeat with me. In union with God, I move through this with grace and ease. Together, in union with God, I move through this with grace and ease. And we're guided in every moment, step by step, moment by moment. So the 5th step, another big lesson for me in my life, going with the flow. You know, I was at the dentist the other day getting my annual cleaning, and this nice young woman was cleaning my teeth. But she was rushing around. Everything she did was just rush, hurry, hurry. She was driving me nuts energetically. I couldn't relax because everything was so rushed. And I almost told her, I had to bite my tongue. I almost told her, would you please slow down? You're making me nervous. But I realized I was no different at her age. And I wouldn't have listened any more to her. Somebody told me that at her age, and I didn't listen to that person either. Biggest lesson in my life, to slow down. Go with the flow. Flow takes us to our good. We have to listen to promptings, watch for signs along the way. If you're not in the flow, if you're rushing and hurrying and pushing the stream, you're going away from your good, not toward it. It's all about consciousness, can't you see? All of this is about consciousness. What is consciousness? Where your awareness is at right now. Where your awareness is at. The lower vibrational states of fear and separation, struggle and stress, or the higher vibration of knowing your union with God and being at peace. Life takes us on a journey toward the Christ consciousness, which is Christmas. Simply that full, whole awareness of our union with God and the connection to all that is all. Everyone, everything, there's meaning in everything. If we accept what is before us, release the fear, let go of the struggle, trust our union with God, Go with the flow, follow the promptings and guidance, and endure. We are stronger than we think. We just have to call upon and listen to our angels. Let's take that into prayer. We call forth that higher realm of light and love. We open to hear the voice of the angels. We ask for their help in guiding and directing us. We are willing to let go. Let's all just take a deep breath right now and let it all go. Everything. Every worry, every concern, any unforgiveness, any doubt, any fear. We just let it go. It's not helping us. We affirm the grace of God moving in and through us. We stand on holy ground in the truth of our being. We are connected and one with the divine. And the whole world is at our disposal. As we call it forth with grace and love and light, we once again say thank you, Father, Mother, God, in the nature of Christ. Amen.
Please join us in singing I Trust in God. It's in your bulletin.